Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today we're going to talk about Canada's problems currently going on, at least most of them, and then we're going to talk about my possible solution to said problems. So first off, Canada's problems. Job loss. We have a heck of a lot of job loss. I don't have to tell a lot of you about it. Some of you know. Next, we got fertilizers and food. Hardly have to explain that. We also have natural gases. We got transportation. We got geopolitical and national division. And then we got affordability and cost of living. So once again, if you're living in Canada, I shouldn't really have to explain. So we're back with Canada's solution. So my solution is we get a biodigester, and that takes care of any sort of bio waste. That's like your produce that gets thrown out, grass clipping, leaves, cow manure, all sorts of different stuff. It gets worked on by bacteria. Some of it becomes solid matter, other parts become liquid fertilizer, and then methane gas and a few other gases come up at the top. And then from there, we'll follow the gases over to filter one with steel scrap. If this was like a small home project, people use like steel wool. So our version, if we're going like more industrial, can use all sorts of random steel scrap that we got lying around in junkyards and whatnot. It doesn't matter as long as it's useful. And it removes hydrogen sulfide and gives us iron sulfide, which can be used with certain other things later down the road to make some better quality products. And then from there, it goes over to filter 2, which is activated charcoal or carbon black type of filter. And so that will try to remove some more of the impurities. And then from there, it goes to filter number 3, down and up through the algae. The algae loves carbon dioxide and will produce a lot of water, leaving pure methane. So the methane goes up and out while the H2O and the algae can go out to other pipes to be collected. And then from there, we have a diverting of routes. If we want, we can take methane gas straight up to a high altitude inflatable using a specialized cable that I'm working on for the design. It's not on the drawing at the moment. We can get to that later at some point. And if we don't want to go with the methane gas inflating the high altitude inflatable, then we come over to the hydrogen cracker. In green in the center, you'll notice what is tin, and by pumping the methane gas down below and going up where it has to swim around a bunch of walls, it removes carbon black so that we can have pure hydrogen. And then from there, we can fill up the high altitude inflatable. And then one of my goals is to actually, since we're going to be several thousand feet up in the air, to actually try and collect lightning. It sounds crazy, but the technology we've more or less got there for being able to do it. So we come on down anyways from the high altitude wind turbine to I wrote cement battery, but it's technically a concrete battery. It's supposed to be 10 times better than lithium. At least that's what MIT says. So the first goal, obviously, collect and store a large amount of energy being wind, solar, and geothermal, which solar and geothermal I didn't draw on here, but like the solar could be like those thin films put up onto the inflatable, or the more land-based type of solar. And then geothermal, it just connects in with the system because of the hydrogen cracker is going to be a bit on the hot side, but not too hot if it was compared to the open cavity, kind of like just purely baking methane alone without tin. So coming back anyways, we got goal number 2, storing lightning if we're lucky. And then from there, it goes over to maglev. Hopefully that we can get into Mach 1 or Mach 2 if we design the layout properly. Like, my idea is like to put the system along the gas pipes and whatnot, like out west and whatnot. If they could ever come out east, like how we in the past were talking about, like, will Quebec allow like the gas pipeline to go out that way and whatnot? So it was only a thought to like try to make things better. But anyways, all of this I tried to make in a way that is relatively modular, because I work as a truck driver. I have, where I was a former Ontario Junior Ranger, and I used to be a personal support worker, so it's very vital to me that I try to get a decent system that can work for all of Canada.